This is Friday the 17th at 12 o'clock. You see the height of the water on the gauge. We'll have a look over the other side. And you see the height of the water going down here. Now we'll go down to the barrier at the footbridge at the beach and see what it looks like down there. This again is just after 12 o'clock on Friday the 17th of July. You see the height of the water coming down here below the road bridge, almost up into the gardens now. I'll go down to the footbridge and we'll have a look at the corresponding heights there and see how much lower this would be if the water was only free to get through the created barrier and flow down the beach. Looking down towards the bridge and the corner. I'll go down there now. As you can see, the tide is well out. Just going to the corner where historically the river crossed the edge of the beach and would be free to flow on down the beach without getting any higher in height. There must be a good 4 feet of water under the bridge there now and in front of where I'm standing. Had this still been wide open as it used to be, the river all the way back up to the White Bridge would have been that much lower, because as soon as the water crossed the top of the beach, it was free to flow seaward without any resistance. The view looking down the river from the footbridge, and again looking up the river from the footbridge. If this water was flowing straight seaward under my feet, the water all the way back up to the White Bridge would be considerably lower. At the river mouth now, you can see the water going over the top of the sewer is creating that disturbed area, but you can see how wide the river has become and how it has eroded away the banks either side. That's exactly what would have been going on had the river been free to flow out under the footbridge. And all the way back up to the White Bridge, as in days of yore, the river level would not rise very much. You can see here just how much the river spreads out. And that's why for the 2 centuries when it was able to flow directly into the sea or onto the beach like that, we never had any flooding problems from the start of the beach or the end of the confining walls at the historic river mouth right back up to the White Bridge. Looking seaward here at the river mouth now, the sea's beginning to get rough elsewhere, but immediately in front of the river mouth at this end of the bay there is very little wave action at all. As you swing round and look further north, you can see how the wave action increases. But this is why there was never a problem with wave actions going up the River Carron until the council built this barrier and created the running wave action. Historically, as we've shown in earlier videos, and where the drone video of the bay in a really bad storm, this end of the beach doesn't get affected because of the seaward protection of the flat rocks that extends all the way to be level with the harbour breakwater. Here along the old retaining wall, you can clearly see how much of the historic channel has been artificially filled in with rock armour, and now the greenery is growing on it. But had that still been that full width of channel, there would have been no problem with the way water getting out here at all. As soon as it reached the point where that flag is flying, that was the end of the wall, and from that point onward the water was flowing freely down the beach to the sea.